everybody. What's going on? This is Lair of the Culture. Welcome back. Sorry we've been on hiatus. Life be life.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Life be lifing.
Yeah, my man looking fresh. I look like I just, got through like a blender of shit.
Nah, son. We ain't even doing that. Nah, we good, man. We all good.
But yeah, we back. That's my man Kurt.
Yes, sir.
I'm Howie.
Yes, sir. This is episode 27?
27.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we got a lot to talk about and all that. Let me see here. For anybody that doesn't know, every April 15th is Jackie Robinson Day. So, I got me a new fitted. It celebrates Jackie Robinson. Got the little 42.
Oh, nice.
On the side, got the little 42. You know what I mean? Represent, when Jackie Robinson played, the team was in New York, you know what I mean? But, they ain't the Brooklyn Dodgers no more, but still, but it is what it is. But yeah, I just wanted to do that, man. Got the fresh New York fitted with that, you know what I mean? So everybody should be kind of, learning the history there, Jackie Robinson. It's every year on April 15th,
Ooh,
just so y'all know.
That's something controversial. Learn it. Right. Can't do this shit.
Right. You trying to get me to learn something,
yeah, you can't learn. No. They try to take that away. No, we can't learn this.
Right, I can't.
We need to let it go away.
Yeah.
Anyway, how was your week, man?
My week was good, man. I can't complain. I've been dealing with a little, body pains, but that's, not because I'm older, but I just got some issues that have developed over the years. I got some chronic back and leg pains from sciatica and shit like that, because I've been in a few car accidents and things like that. So I think those things have kind of taken a toll on me over the years and, kind of messed my body up a little bit. So I've been dealing with a little bit of that lately. But other than that, everything has been good. Just working, punching that clock, getting a little money, keeping these bills paid, you know what I mean? So how about you? How's everything been with you?
Well, it's been pretty good. I'm starting a new job.
Okay.
Yeah, so
tree jobs.
Well, technically, right now it's like a spade game. It's too impossible to be real with you, but I won't. I ain't gonna, kind of jinx that. But yeah, right now it's just getting crazy. I'll probably talk to you about that.
Okay.
A little off camera. But yeah, man. Other than that, pretty much the same. I'm still out there doing my other little, second shift joint, doing that. Just trying to, scratch and survive.
Yeah, man.
Good time.
Oh yeah, that's how it is out here, man. You got to, scrape and scrounge, for whatever you can get, man. So yeah, it's rough, man.
Yeah, man.
But I'm glad everything's all right with you, man. That's all we can do is, try to make it through the week nowadays,
Yep.
So, before we get too far into the show, I just want to mention a few R.I.Ps, people we lost. So, an actor by the name of Val Kilmer, he recently passed away. He was pretty well known in Hollywood. He's not hip hop or anything, but he's well enough known that I feel like it was worth mentioning. A reggae artist by the name of Max Romeo also passed away recently. He's very, very well known in the reggae music. Matter of fact, I think Jay-Z sampled one of his songs where he was like, Lucifer, son of the morning. That was from him, you know what I mean? So rest in peace. And also, major loss in hip hop. We lost Pow Wow from the Soul Sonic Force from back in those days. He was one of those early pioneers, with the Africa Bambaataa and all of them, man, Mr. Biggs, all the rest of the crew. So that was definitely a major loss. I think he was maybe like late 50s, early 60s.
Man. Yeah,
I don't think he was that old, man.
Yeah.
I don't know the full story, but I just know he passed away, and it was definitely hard to hear.
Yeah. When you hear those ages, it's like, at first it didn't bother me. Now it's like, damn, I'm actually getting close to these ages.
Right.
So it's like, man, I get... I get nervous. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Yeah, man.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, rest in peace to Pow Wow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, definitely, truly a legend.
I'm trying to be careful too, man. You know, I got a few years on you, so, you know, I'm like, yo, I got to be real careful out here now.
Yeah, listen.
But yeah, so anyway, but yeah, man, just want to mention those. Let's give them a moment of silence just to pay our respects. All right. Thank y'all for doing that with us. We appreciate that. And I guess I can go ahead and throw out some birthdays if y'all got a minute to, you know, hear me talk a little bit.
We do the birthdays, man. Come on, man.
Always got to, you know, kind of throw those out there, man. You know, I don't think we talk about stuff like that enough. So back on April 8th, we had my man Biz Markie, also rest in peace. And on the same day, Chino XL, rest in peace. So happy birthday and R.I.P. to both of them. On April 10th, we had Q-Tip, the Abstract, also Trick from Detroit, also Wise Intelligent. All right. Some major figures in hip hop. And then on April 11th, we have my man David Banner. You know what I mean? April 14th, we got the Brat and DJ Pooh. A lot of people don't know DJ Pooh was like, you know, Ice Cube's DJ, but he was also an actor. You know, he was in Friday. Yeah, he was in
my grandmama gave me this.
Right, my grandma gave me this. He gonna cry in the car. That's DJ Pooh. Yeah, he gonna cry. So yeah, he did pretty good with the acting joint. You know what I mean? I like that about him. But anyway, so happy birthday to them. And then on April 16th, we got Chance the Rapper, we got Akon, and we got Spliff Star. All right. Happy birthday to them. April 17th, we got Redman, we got K Solo, and we got the legend himself, Grandmaster Caz. Wow. Yeah, man.
Yo, man, listen.
Yeah.
The words, listen, as long as I live. Those words he said about Big Bang Hank, rest in peace.
Yes, sir.
I say this to people that be trying to, you know, just fuck me over and shit. Like, look, I don't wish nothing bad on.
Right.
But I don't wish good neither.
I don't wish good neither.
I was like, them words, man. Yo, Cass, you my hero, dude. You my hero, man.
That was funny to me. But yeah, so and then let's see, coming up on the 18th, we got Fredro Starr from Onyx. Happy birthday to him.
All right.
On the 19th, we got Suge Knight. Happy birthday to him. On the 20th, we got my man Killer Mike. Oh, you know what I mean? Run the Jewels. You know what I mean? Y'all better check that out. If y'all ain't checked out Run the Jewels yet, I don't know what y'all thinking. Y'all missing out on a lot of good hip hop. Then on the 23rd, we got Little Eazy-E. We also got Tony Sunshine on the same day. So happy birthday to them. On the 22nd, we got DJ Drama and Bahamadia. Happy birthday to both of them. Mm-hmm. On April 24th, the legend himself, Coke LaRock. Happy birthday to him.
The first MC.
Yep. And my last birthday is on the 25th. Goes out to Jazzy Faye. Happy birthday to him.
All right.
All right. So, and now I'll go ahead and just throw out a few new music joints that I heard recently or heard about. So there's a dude called Mike Nichols. He did a joint featuring Rod Digger called Against the World. And man, Rod Digger still got it, bro. She killed that joint. I was waiting to hear something from her.
That was what reminds me. Mm-hmm. That the damn we seen the Billboard's 50 top 50 female rappers.
Yes. Yeah, we definitely got to talk about that. Maybe make a note about that. We're going to come back to that. That was crazy.
That shit was, I'm like, we'll just come back. When you said Rod Digger, right, I was like, exactly. I got to talk about that.
Yeah, because it was a crazy list.
That shit was crazy.
So yeah, but the joint with her and Mike Nichols is dope. It's called Against the World. There's a dude named Cal Scrubby. Up and coming rapper. Is actually a white dude. He's real dope, but he did a song with Redman called Do or Die. Him and Redman both killed it. R.J. Payne, he has just dropped, yes sir, Leatherface 4. You know, he got a string of albums called Leatherface, named after the killer from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah. So, and then Terminology got a new joint out called Fargo, which is dope. Swiss Beats, man, listen. In a couple days, on the 18th, Swiss Beats is dropping a joint with Pusha T and Jadakiss called Danger, Danger. I don't even have to hear it. I already know. It's just going to be crazy. Pusha T and Jadakiss over a Swiss Beat. Listen, come on, man. Come on, man.
Oh, that's gonna be classic right there.
Exactly.
They taking it back 2000 right there.
Yep. There's an artist called Steel Bangles. I think he's like Middle Eastern, but he did a song with Nas. It's called Times, and it's dope. You know what I mean? He does more so singing than rapping, but he got Nas rapping on it. But it's a pretty dope song. And speaking of Nas, he dropped a message on his Instagram about a week or two ago saying that coming soon, 7 albums by 7 legends. And I was like, okay. And one of them is the Nas and Primo album. So we already know that. We knew that was coming. We just waiting on that. So I know that's going to be legendary. They got a new Mobb Deep album coming. So we know that's going to be dope. We got a new Big L album coming.
Yo.
Yes, sir. We got a new Raekwon album coming. And we got a new Ghostface album coming.
So that's 5.
And then De La Soul. 6. It was supposed to be 7. The last one, they kind of said, you know who, to kind of leave it a little cryptic. From the clues that I gathered, I think it's Slick Rick. So all of these artists are dropping albums on Mass Appeal because, you know, that's Nas's label.
Yeah.
He owns that joint, I believe. And so I cannot wait. If all of them are dropping albums, you know, all 6 of the first ones are confirmed, but that 7th one I think is Slick Rick because in the video where he's kind of doing little snippets to give you clues, one of them is showing the great adventures of Slick Rick. So I'm like, okay, that 7th one got to be him.
Slick, yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be dope.
That's one of Nas's like favorite rappers. Like
absolutely,
and I really he gives that man so much respect. Dude.
Yep, exactly. So I'm excited about that, man. So I think that's all I got for my music. Let me double check my notes here. Yes. Oh yeah, actually one more.
Oops.
Drake's dad dropped a diss track. Did you hear this shit? His father dropped a diss track, and this shit is so hot garbage. I cannot even explain.
He dropped it. Obviously it was against Kendrick, right?
It's supposedly. He never mentions any names, but a lot of people are like, when is Kendrick's going to respond? Yeah, I'm going to try to clip it here.
Now I see why Drake gets his bitch shit.
Right, exactly.
If your father's doing the same, because I would figure like, you know what I'm saying? Like his pops would be like, yeah, you know, I'm going to call a nigga out by name. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga Kendrick. Nah,
it was trash.
Yeah, actually, hold on. I fucked that up. I don't know what accent. I supposed to do my Memphis. Yeah. Hey, man, bitch ass nigga, man. Fuck Kendrick, man. Goddamn. Hey, man. Yeah, fuck.
But yeah, I thought that shit was hilarious. That was hilarious to me. You gotta see it. I'm gonna have to play it for you after the show, but I'm gonna, you know, it should have been on the screen by now once y'all get to see the final cut of this. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the question of the day. I don't know. I know you had a couple different ones. Are you going to do both of them or just one?
Might as well. So I got 2 questions of the day. So there's 2 questions of the day, I guess. Because, you know, we really haven't had time to really talk. First question is, again, we're not a political show. I want to make that very, very clear. However, there are certain things we cannot ignore. So the one question is, what are the tariffs that, you know, 47 put in place? How is that going to affect music? That's number one. And we can go ahead and discuss.
Yeah. Yeah, man, because those tariffs are a big situation right now, man. And, I've been kind of paying attention. There's been this Chinese dude on TikTok. He's been releasing a lot of videos about how the tariffs, are not really what they claim to be. And he's like, yeah, because, a lot of your favorite name brands, those big name brands are actually made in China. Louis Vuitton, those types, Gucci, stuff like that, Nike. He was like, yeah, all of those are pretty much made in China. And what they do, the companies like Nike will get them to make up the majority of the product. And then Nike, when they ship it over to Nike, and then Nike just adds their logo on it. You see what I'm saying? And same with all the other ones. Maybe it's like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, man, I'm like, yo, I kind of knew a lot of shit was made in China already, but I was hoping it wasn't to that level. I was always hoping that like those luxury brands were smart enough to say, okay, we're gonna make our own shit. But apparently they're not.
No.
So, these tariffs, man, I don't know, man. A lot of countries are giving a lot of flack about this stuff, man.
But that's what some people was pointing out. I was looking at one of the TikToks. I was a young lady that was actually talking about how really China has kind of mastered the manufacturing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they were saying that basically the Western world, the problem with it is that they have focused on, certain people, certain groups of people,
right,
as focused on mandatorial, like, places where they're not doing a whole lot of physical work, they're just managing. And that's the problem. Like, China ain't afraid to get down, do their thing.
Right.
And now with the people, and then too, China got a shitload more people than
facts,
like a lot of countries. So they're able to use that to to build all this stuff up. And so so like if they're doing the work and all you gotta do is plaque your name on it, yeah, I'm gonna go to China. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. If I was business, yeah, I'm gonna go to China. If they're already making it, yeah, I could just get it and then I could just flip it here. So I mean, and that's the problem. When you got these people making you shit, and then that's the thing, like you said, they came out and blast like, yo, man, get them right here. You just come to me.
Yeah.
Get 10 of these $30.
Yeah.
Bong, bong.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Ever since this shit jumped off, there's people who are selling Nike on TikTok for like $10, $1. I've seen some as low as $2. I was like, yo, I would do it, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm scared. I don't want to send my money to nobody and get, some fake shit. But
I ain't gonna lie, I'm thinking about. Well, I talked to you about that.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, it's crazy, man. That whole tariffs thing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna check some stuff here. So I'm looking at speakers companies. Now, the one thing about speakers, I will say this. Now, I mean, obviously we're talking about music and stuff.
Yeah.
Most of the speaker stuff, when I heard this, when I went to college, when I went to well, I ain't gonna tell you where I went, but anyway, I was in a program, and that basically is a lot of the speaker companies that are made in the U.S.
Oh yeah.
So like JBL Boys, I never heard of USC, Clipses, Eastern Acoustic Works. I don't know if that don't look like that's U.S. based. Eastern. Anyway, shoot. Anyway, I didn't even click on that.
Nah, you're good.
But anyway, I know, Boys, Mara Sound Laboratories, that sounds familiar. Electro Voice, Macintosh Laboratory, High-End F. But yeah, a lot of these speaker companies are in the U.S., so I don't think the tariffs would affect that here. Okay, let's look at PA systems.
All right.
Real quick.
Yeah, it's real interesting, man, with these tariffs, man. We're going to see how it plays out. Because I think that Trump is playing the long game. You know what I mean? I think he's saying that I think he knows this is going to hurt a lot in the beginning, but I think he's feeling like, okay, down the road, it'll get better. Yeah, it's going to hurt us right now, but down the road, it'll get better. He's not saying that, but I'm kind of picking up on that vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, I think the thing of it is, I think him doing it this quick, that's what a lot of people were saying. Him doing it this quick is kind of what's making it crippled. If he had done it, he kind of done it gradually and then get manufacturing back over here. Then kind of, you know what I'm saying? But him, you know, doing what he did, you know, it's just, you know, it's too extreme, you know, now. And then, you know, with everything else he's doing, it's just, I won't get into that. We're trying to keep it focused. So, but yeah, that's one of the first questions. The second question is, in today's hip hop world, who's a superstar?
Who's a superstar in today's hip hop world? And I think that's going to be based on whatever your criteria is. You know, are we talking like money wise? Are we talking about, you know, the better rapper? Are we talking about stuff like staying relevance? You know what I mean? Are we talking about a combination of all those things? You know, what do you kind of look at when you think about that?
Well, I mean, the impact.
Impact.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Money is like, the money stuff is, to me, is very, very like, that don't make a superstar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, I mean, yeah, it's there, but it is there to actually amplify them. But if that's all they're about, yeah, I don't, you know, agree with that. You know, as far as like, oh, this guy got money. Because I mean, shit, drug dealers got money. They're not superstars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got money though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that, to me, that just don't make sense. But yeah, like as far as like right now, like in hip hop today, I mean, yeah, you got Kendrick and you got Drake and J. Cole, but really right now it just seems like it's only Kendrick in a sense, because it just, there's no everybody's scared to drop shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, now you got your other folks like, you know, what Nas is doing, and then like what Common is doing. So they kind of just doing their own thing, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But today's superstar, like, you know, we don't really have anybody that's like show. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a showman, and you know, everybody, you know, kind of like what Eric Sermon said. Like, they understood.
Right.
You know what this was like. Exactly. I mean, that was like what was it? Dougie Fresh and Big Daddy Kane that had conversations like, you got to look at these older artists. They were looking at Earth, Wind, and Fire. They were looking at Michael Jackson and say, okay, we have to take what they did as far as like show presence and stuff and put that into hip hop.
Exactly.
And that's where we can go, you know, we can go. So like stuff what Eric Sermon said, like, yeah, we already solidified. Yeah, we want money. Yeah, we want to get money. But that wasn't just it. We made records. We made stuff that people can resonate. You know what I'm saying? If you don't hear anything from like EPMD, I know some young people probably don't know, but you know, when you hear EPMD, you think, what, Headbanger, What You Saying, you know, Rampage, like I can name those. Okay, Lil Uzi Vert, what can you name from him?
Not a song.
Kodak Black.
Not a song.
Okay.
Not a one.
Lil Durk.
Not a one.
Not Lil Durk. Lil Yachty. All them littles.
Nothing.
Lil Baby.
I don't know any of their songs. I know a little bit of Da Baby, but that's about it. But I still, even off the top of my head, I don't know his songs. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, people like EPMD, man, if you were lucky enough to grow up on that type of hip hop, it's still relevant to your age group even to this day. If you're at least like, I'd say 35 or older, EPMD is relevant to you. You know what I mean? And they made a big big impact on hip hop in general. Whereas, you know, like those little Yachty type guys, you know, in 20 years, nobody's going to really be talking about an impact that they made. You know what I mean? They have music that's hot for the moment. You know what I mean? So kids will say, "Oh, I love that beat, Little Yachty, and I love Little Uzi and Kodak Black and all that," and that's cool. But they're like what I call the flavor of the month. You know what I mean? Yeah, you hot right now, but where will we still be talking about you in a while? Now, sadly to say, I think that the ones who are making the most impact in hip hop today are the females, like the Megan Thee Stallions and Sexy Reds and all those, because they're making that twerk music and, you know, and everybody's just flocking to it. Oh, well, she's shaking her butt, so yeah, I gotta buy it. You know what I mean? I gotta listen.
Well, now with Meg, I will say this. One thing about Meg that I like is she's actually crossing over into like the Asian market. She's worked with she worked with Japanese artists. She's worked with the Korean, like with the that guy from BTS, Rap Monster. So she did a collab with that. So I think, especially for her being like a down south rapper from Texas, her kind of playing into like this, like I'm a country, you know, not that she's a country girl or anything, but like, you know, I'm down south girl that's like that like anime, and then I kind of got the body for an anime girl,
right?
And I'm playing into that market for you know, for those Asian markets. I'm doing collabs with them. I think what she's doing is smart. You know what I'm saying? Because that music, that whether you agree with, you know, like it or not, you can't deny like that, you know, that K-pop and all this other stuff, because it's actually coming through.
Yeah.
So I like her doing that, but the body stuff and the twerking and all that stuff. I mean, they are making noise with that, but you know what I'm saying. But it's just
I'm just saying because I know that that's a big impact on young, especially females. And I mean, I don't like that type of impact, but it is an impact. A lot of young females, you know, really feeling like this is that age where we need to twerk and show off our freedom to do whatever we want. Now it's all about, because these women are wearing next to nothing in their videos, young girls is like, okay, that means I should do it too. You know, I can do that. I'm free. You know what I mean? And, you know, it's not a good impact, but it's an impact. So that, you know, I'm giving them that point for that. But other than that, I mean, I don't really have a whole lot of other rappers that are making a big impact right now. I don't know. I don't know who else would be considered. I know Kendrick obviously is making a big impact, but he's been out for a while. And so he's kind of, you know, some young people like him, some young people are like, nah, he getting too old. Get him out of here. J. Cole, I feel like he's kind of messed himself up with the battle situation. You know, the last time I put up a post for him, we hardly got no clicks on that joint.
Yeah.
Everybody we put up, we get clicks on like, not Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah.
And he got like one of the lowest on there. I was like, damn, motherfuckers really do hate this man.
I'm like, oh, this is good. But
so I don't know, but you know, continue.
But yeah, man, it's just like, but like again, that's what I'm saying. Like they, you know, going back to even what Kendrick was saying on that Control verse, like when he dropped Control, he was like, look, y'all too fucking friendly, man. We need competition, so we can make hip hop like actually great, so we can actually have a genre. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's the thing. Even if like you're in this genre now, you're making stuff for today. I mean, still that music still got to speak 20 or 30 years from now.
Facts.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, that's one thing I can give to Kendrick, man. Like, he kind of had that, you know, when the battle and all that stuff was going on, you know what I'm saying? People went back. I know I went back and revisit Control and like, man, he started to spark then. Because like hip hop, like around 2010, 11, I mean, yeah, you had these superstars. I mean, I give it to Drake. You know, he was went into superstar mode. but it was like everybody was, just on this like emo type, I'm in my feelings, and that's okay, but it's like, nah, we need that energy. We need that raw. We need that, you know what I'm saying? About to punch niggas in their fucking face. And shit. You know what I'm saying? You need that though, man. Like
that's why I give Kendrick a lot of credit for that, man. That Control verse just kind of made everybody just kind of wake up a little bit.
Like, okay. And it kind of, a little jerk. And then we got the stuff that we got out of the freestyles and things. Now, granted, I don't go back to listen to those, but I will say at that time, they at least, sparked that energy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now we just don't. I think, and I don't want to get too long on this because we do have to spin to something else, but I think Kendrick is kind of like the gift and the curse right now. Because he making great music. I mean, the Luther video and stuff that dropped, that was great.
Yeah.
And like I was talking to my fiance the other day, like, one thing I could give the Kendrick, with this the Luther joint, he's kind of bringing back like that, that the love songs, like that R&B type. I mean, I know granted Luther ain't the song ain't all about that. I'll give you on that, but you know what I'm saying? But it's still that aesthetic that he brought that, he kind of bringing that back a little.
Yeah.
But the thing of it is, all these littles and all this other stuff that was making like the mid music, they afraid to drop because it ain't doing like with Lil Baby dropped the album. What, about a month or so ago, I guess.
Yeah.
So I don't even know when the fuck he dropped.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Like it just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it. Everybody's afraid to drop because it's like, we can't compete with that. We don't, and it's like because like he's an artist.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And with that artistry, he catapulted himself to superstar. So anyway, I'm
Nah, you good, man. Y'all let us know what y'all think about those two questions of the day. Put your comments in there. Let us know how you feel about the tariffs and the trade wars and, this situation, with the who you think is considered a superstar and what's your criteria? You know what I mean? For me, when I think superstar, I have a lot more that they don't really meet up to. But, based on what today's generation likes, that's how I feel. But anyway, let's jump into some topics here. So the shooting that recently happened with Sauce Walka and his artist, Sayso P, the person that did the shooting was found dead. I don't know exactly what the method of unaliving was, but he is now no longer with us, that person. So have you heard anything about that or know any of the details?
Matter of fact, I'm the first to learn from you, to be honest with you. But I mean, I knew of the incident, with Sauce Walker's artist, but I didn't know the shooter himself was actually killed.
Right. So I don't
unalived. I'm sorry.
Right.
Can't say those words.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
Because I did say the other word too. But it's crazy, man. A lot of people have been wondering, was this like a retaliation or something like that? Or, is it just kind of a random situation, one-off? I don't know, man. But, it's interesting. So y'all let us know if y'all know anything else more about the details of, how the person was unalived or, did they succumb to an illness? Were they purposely unalived? Something, Mm-hmm. So anyway, we won't spend too much time on that. We can kind of move on. Just thought I would talk about it for a moment. Let's talk about this Math Hoffa situation. He lost his whole studio, and I did some, digging up on that situation. So they're saying that basically it was a lot of behind the scenes stuff with whoever he pays his rent to, the landlord. It was like there's one person that owns the building who leased it out to somebody else. Then that person is who subleased it to Math Hoffa. Supposedly, it's kind of a trickle down thing. And so, that there was some sort of incident where that went bad, the sublease. Also, he said there was some contractual shit that kind of messed the whole thing up. He got hit with a bill for like $7,000 out of nowhere, and he's just like, "Yo, where's this coming from?" So it's a bunch of, contractual, probably gray areas that nobody paid attention to and shit like that. And some people are saying it could be like a tax situation. You know what I mean? Maybe he didn't pay taxes or something. I don't know. But if y'all know any details on that, let me know, because I would love to know in the comments. So what do you know about that?
I'm looking at some stuff now. This goes back in January 18th of 2025. Well, this year. So the FBA, Foundation Black Americans, they filed an petition against Matt Hoffa. I think it was because of the whole Fat Joe situation where he brought him on the show. I think that kind of did him more harm than good. Okay. And I mean, and the thing of it is, I would say in that situation, because for what people say, I seen the clip, but I didn't know Matt Hoffa actually played into what Fat Joe was saying.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, but like if you like, let's say we have a guest and they may say something that we may not agree with, you know what I'm saying? Or we know that, hey, that might, rub our listeners the wrong way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We would kind of, maybe have like some disclaimer or something. Hey, views and, the views and, opinions expressed are not affiliated with, layers of the culture.
They're only from that individual.
Yeah, they're only, you know what I'm saying? Some type of disclaimer. That way you're kind of like, all right, you know what I'm saying? But they said that he kind of played into it.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? Well, the people that was watching it and saying like, they didn't appreciate that. And so I think a lot of that started to hurt. Because I mean, I watched some of his stuff, but it was just, you got so many even with us, you got so much stuff to watch. Like you're not gonna be able to watch it all. It's over. That's true. You know what I'm saying? So,
I watch Matt Hoffa when I catch him, but I don't like just be going out of my way to look for it. You know what I mean? If I just happen to catch him, I catch him. I think he's had some great guests on the show. I thought it was really good when he had like Smith and Wesson on there. They kind of had a little altercation a little bit on there, but still it wasn't too bad. But he had some good guests on there, but sometimes the conversation don't be that interesting for me. But I still hate that, he lost the studio, for the barbershop setup. I thought that was kind of a cool thing, that barbershop setup. So, but yeah, y'all let us know what y'all know about that in the comments as well. And please don't forget, hit all the buttons. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe.
Brothers and sisters.
Brothers and sisters. We need funds. Allocated. All right, so what you want to talk about next?
Well, let's talk about old white power Klan-ye West. I'll tell you what, that's my favorite nigga right there, boy. I'll tell you what, he went up there, and what was that show he was on there?
Oh man, what was the show he was on? He was on Academics.
Yeah, he was on that Academics or Fatademics, what I like to call him. Goddamn, I'll tell you what. And that nigger had that damn. I'm telling you, I'd like to see that damn nigger come up there with that damn hood on and shit. That's what I'm talking about. Let that hate out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
White power.
Yeah, I know I had to get about damn Clayton Bigsby.
Right. That's all I ever think about. Whenever I see that shit with Kanye, I'm like, yep, that's Clayton Bigsby right there.
My man, you took the skit too far.
Right.
It was supposed to be funny.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that's a silly situation to me with Kanye, putting on that black Klansman outfit and, just talking reckless. I don't understand, I think I still just think he's hurting. and grieving, and this is how he acts out. You know what I mean? It's either that or it's the medication or it's a combination of both. I don't know, but
I think it's just, now that he kind of had his run. Not that but yeah, he had his run when he did, college dropout and all this other stuff.
yeah.
And I just think, I'm not going to say that the magic ain't there anymore, but it's just
Right.
like now it's kind of like he's trying to do anything to get, publicity, some type of, I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand there's some things about Kanye I do respect. I understand that he's, he's very, he's opinionated. He has,
Right.
He's going to speak his mind. He's going to do, that's one thing I do respect about him. I also respect the fact that, like, to me, now that's a guy that don't, when we talked about the conversation, the superstar, yeah, he's definitely a superstar. He's definitely, and like you could tell, like when he rap and do rap, he don't, he rap for the money, but he don't know, like this stuff is in him. I can really see that, but I think some of those moments and things are kind of just fleeting, and he's just kind of, doing what he can do. But a lot of people are like, oh, he's crazy. I don't think Kanye is crazy. He know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like we have to, but anyway.
Yeah, I just wonder what the intention is. I mean, is it more so, because I don't think he's necessarily crazy either, but I wonder if his intention is, I just want to help stay relevant, even if it's in a negative way, or is he just lashing out because he's still kind of just hurting, you know what I mean, from over the years. That's the only thing I want to know. What's the method to your madness? What's the reasoning? That type of shit. Give me that. But I can't rock with some of the stuff he be doing, man. I'm just like, yo, you wilding out too much, man. You know what I mean? He was like, I think he called himself a Nazi, and just supporting all that white power movement type shit. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Nope.
So Kanye, help us out. You know what I mean? Where you going with this?
Nah, he can't help us out, man. I'm telling you what, I don't think he's gonna help any of y'all darkies over there. I tell you what, now, man, you get on there and you run that damn hood like you say you're gonna do. White power, white power,
white power.
Yeah, we're gonna get canceled.
Before we get canceled, y'all, let us know how y'all feel about that. What do you think Kanye is up to? You know what I mean? Do you think it's like, is he really crazy? Do you think it's like drugs? Do you think he's just off his meds? What is it? And we'll go from there. What do you want to talk about next?
Oh, disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed are not
are solely of the individual, not of layers of the culture. But
these are jokes, folks.
Yeah,
but let's talk about you said earlier, Drake's dad put out the diss track.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Drake. The winning the
the access to his contract. So yeah, man, that's one small victory for Drake. He's won access to see Kendrick's contract, and I just, to me, that's an L for him. I'm just ready to pack this dude up and just send him away, man, because the fact that you feel like it's so necessary just to see this man's contract is just beyond me. You know what I mean?
The thing of it is, it's like he like, again, the superstar stuff, he fucked up his legacy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bad.
Absolutely.
Because at least I could say with J. Cole, I think J. Cole can, in a few years, can get back out there and do what he do. You know what I'm saying? Probably about 2 or 3 years, he can get back out there. I mean, yes, there's clips and things saying like, yeah, he was kind of like the master manipulator on certain shit. Like, as far as like, when the battles first started, this, that, and the third, I get that. But at the same time, I don't think as much. I don't think he has tarnished his legacy as bad as Drake.
Right.
Because if he wins this, not only that sucks for him and nobody ain't gonna fuck with him, everybody else can follow suit. You know, the whole but it's is very contradictory because, you know, when the young Thug case was coming out, you know, oh, you can't use lyrics against him. Like if he's speaking on the mic talking about, I got a gun, I got a chopper, I'm killing these, I'm selling. Like he's just on the mic saying that. He's not really saying that he does that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So in Kendrick's defense with the song, you know what I'm saying, with Not Like Us, you know what I'm saying? He just said that for battle purposes. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? He didn't actually, and didn't actually call Drake, you know, the PDF file. And with Baca, talking about, yeah, I was going to make a response.
Man, please.
Shut the fuck up.
Exactly. Shut the absolute fuck up.
So, but the thing about it is, you know, him talking about the weird case that he had, and it's a weird case.
Yeah.
He literally got arrested for like his woman burning French fries.
Some crazy shit. You know what I mean? Some crazy shit.
But anyway, to build off of that, like I said, if Drake wins this, it's gonna be bad for hip hop all around. It's gonna be bad for artists all around. For the battle, even like, you know, it's bad when you have to root for the record label that really screwed over and shit artists when they saying like, yo, it's gonna fuck up this culture. Yep. You know, they don't give a shit. You know it's bad when they say, yeah, you can't do that.
Right, exactly, about that.
Yeah. So and then if he loses, people are not gonna take him, he's not gonna be like that dude no more.
Right, exactly.
So, I'm sorry to be so long.
Nah, you good, man. Because I mean, we definitely want to talk about that stuff. I mean, but I just don't understand the whole point of trying to get access to this man's contract. You know what I mean? Because what do you think you're gonna find in there? Some kind of clause where they say, "Hey, on your next album, you have to diss Drake and you have to do this." And I mean, what do you think you're gonna find in there? There's nothing in there other than what kind of money this man is making. And that's, to me, that's on some caring shit. You know what I mean? That's on some, let me speak to your manager shit. You know what I mean? It's like, dude.
And that's from his mom's side.
Right, exactly. So, yeah, you showing a little bit of yourself, bro.
Yep.
So, yeah, y'all let us know what y'all think about that, man. Because, I mean, you know, it's a small victory for Drake, but I don't think it's going to go nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't see anything you're going to find that's going to be relevant, you know, and I don't know what's in the contract, but I damn sure know Kendrick ain't got shit to hide.
Well, the thing of it is, too, you suing, like a lot of people say, you really suing the wrong, you know, filing for defamation of character for the wrong song.
Yeah.
How come you ain't touching Meet the Ground?
Exactly.
Because that is 10 times worse than Not Like Us. Not Like Us was kind of like a summary.
Right.
But Meet the Ground, man, look, this nigga done psychologically sat down with your whole fucking family. Even with the so-called alleged daughter that you had, and just pretty much had a conversation like, yeah, your dad ain't shit. Your son ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, he had you out, but you know what it is? Once, and They Not Like Us, when once Kendrick said that one word, PDF file, my fault.
Yeah, we can't say that.
Once he said PDF file, I think that's where Drake was just like, yep, that's it. I'm suing. Get my lawyer on the phone.
Well, he waited a long time on that. Well, at least optically, it looked like a long time. Because, like, how come you didn't do that right in the height of the song?
Right.
And then on top of that, like you said, disparaging things towards Kendrick, his family. And he wasn't like, oh, I'm going to sue because you talked about my wife. And don't get me wrong, he would be rightfully so. He should, you know, she's not like, Whitney ain't like a spotlight person. You know what I'm saying? She does what she does. For what I understand, she does what she does, and just, you know, that's it. But So like, really, I mean, hell, any other artist that Drake is dissed and talk about their wives and everything, they got a case.
Yeah.
So really, you open up a can of worms, man.
Yep, exactly. But yeah, again, y'all let us know how y'all feel about that in the comments, man, because that's crazy to me. You want to talk about that top 50 female thing?
Yeah, let's talk about this top 50 list. Matter
See if you can bring it up.
See if I can pull it
up. Maybe you can
that
read.
Shit bullshit.
It was the stupidest list. I mean, you throw some good people in there, but then you mix it in with some trash, and it was just like, what are you doing? Are you just trying to be inclusive? Or are you trying to really make a list? You know what I mean? It felt like they were just trying to be inclusive. Like, all right, so for the old heads, we'll just add in such and such just so they'll feel good about this. And for the young kids, we'll throw in this one, even though, this person is trash, we'll still put them in the list.
I'm trying to find, it was the 50, right?
Yeah, top 50 females.
Yeah.
I think I sent it to you on Instagram.
They got the top 25, and this was...
Is it top 25?
This was, what was it? What the fuck? I'm trying to find.
Does it have a date on that?
Yeah, this was actually done recently. Well,
okay.
April the 7th.
That could be it. I don't know.
But no, I thought it was the 50. I thought it was 50.
I can't remember.
It might have been, you know what? It might have been this one. I think it might have been 25.
Yeah, it could be.
Let's see.
Because I'm trying to find this. I think it might have been 25 because I don't remember the list being a whole 50.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the like list and pay, like, because they got it like
they
kind of
do it one day.
I don't want to. Yeah, I kind of want to be able to read off.
Yeah, I know it's on Instagram. They had it kind of listed out, but that's the only place that I remember seeing it. They might have it on Twitter too. I don't know.
Okay, 25.
But I know there was a couple of people on the list where I was like, "What? Why?"
Okay, let's see. A more detailed list. Let's see. Let's do. Why is it not? Okay, wait a minute. I'm sorry, folks. Sorry about the.
No, you good. I'm just making some notes here because I know it was a few people that I was like, "Yo, where's such and such? Where's such and such?" And of course, when this is dropped on YouTube, it'll have the list probably on the screen right behind us.
It don't have. Yeah, they put Nikki up there. That's the first one.
Yeah.
But it's not showing the list. And I don't want to fucking sign in and do all this.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Right now.
That's all right.
Let's see.
Can't do it.
Let me. Oh, temporary. Oh, are you fucking serious? This man.
I might have to go through that one page. I don't know.
Yeah, let me see.
But of course, for y'all who are familiar with the situation, let us know who you think should be in that top 25 list. Like I said, typically when they do these lists, they'll have some good people on there, but they'll also have some trash people. And it's just like these certain people just don't belong on these lists. You know what I mean? It's really just getting on my nerves. Like, yo.
Yeah, I think they just do shit to
be doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can, because I think I might have screenshot it.
Okay.
So if I can pull it up, let me see.
But yeah, I'm trying to think of some of the people that was on there that was really just trash. You got it?
Here it goes.
Yeah, that's
yeah. So we're gonna go. So Tierra Whack,
yeah. She's good. Now I don't think she's top 25 of all time, but she is dope. I'll give her dope.
Doechii at 24.
No, absolutely not.
Gangsta Boo.
No.
At 23.
Gangsta Boo's dope, but no.
Lady of Rage, number 22.
Lady of Rage is definitely deserving of being on the list.
Okay, number 21, Glorilla.
For what? See what I'm saying? For what? She's done nothing.
Number 20, Moni Love.
Oh, wow.
Number 19, Lotto.
Lotto? Really?
Number 18, Remy Ma.
Remy Ma is dope. I don't know if she's top 25 all time, but she is dope. She is dope.
Number 17, Rhapsody.
Rhapsody is definitely deserving. I don't know if that's the right number for her, but she's definitely deserving to be on the list.
Number 16, Doja Cat.
See, that's what I'm saying. For what? What has Doja Cat done for the culture?
Above Rhapsody.
Above Rhapsody, exactly. For what? She don't even deserve to be on the list.
Number 15, Megan Thee Stallion.
Nope.
Well,
next. I mean,
number 14, Left Eye.
Left Eye. I mean, she might not be best of all time, but she's definitely one of the best out there. So I'll give it to her. I don't think she had a big enough catalog, but I'll still give her better than all of those people like Glorilla and all of them. Megan Thee Stallion.
Number 13, Trina.
No. Trina's made some hits, but she ain't, to me, like on the greatest of all time list. No.
Number 11, Cardi B.
No, absolutely not. It's known that some of her shit she don't even write. So why would you do that? She writes some of her stuff, but not all of it.
Number 10, Foxy Brown.
Okay, Foxy Brown. I think she did have some stuff written, but she did try to write some of her own. But I think you could tell the difference. Whenever she wrote her own, it was just like,
Number 9, Eve.
Eve, definitely. I could see her being on the list.
Number 8, Roxanne Shante.
Most definitely.
Number 7, Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper?
I don't know about that. I mean, they had a big
You
impact.
didn't break that up like red and meth?
Right.
Salt and pepper?
Exactly. You couldn't even put them separate.
See, that shit like this, throw the full fucking list away.
Yeah, throw it away.
That right
Pack
there.
that shit up, man.
Pack that shit up. Yeah. Number 6, MC Light.
Okay, definitely deserving.
Number 5, Queen Latifah.
Definitely deserving.
Which I think that position's fair.
Yeah.
Be real with you. Number 4, Little Kim.
Okay, I'll give it to her.
Number 3, Lauryn Hill.
Yep, definitely.
Number 2, Missy Elliott.
Okay. Yeah, I could see her being on the list, but maybe on the lower side.
I think Missy would be top 10, but like you said, it'd probably be like on the lower top 10. I would probably put her at. I'd probably put her at 7 or 6.
Okay.
Because I mean, she really did like a lot of influential stuff. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, she did a song fucking backwards. Yeah, I mean,
right.
I had to give it to her.
Yeah, definitely.
And number 1, Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, and I definitely do not agree with that. I mean, Nicki is a dope lyricist, but I would not put her at number 1.
She had the run. I think that's what's, that's why they consider it. So I could see that. And I think, Nicki does have a skill set. I will give her that.
Yeah.
But, there's other dope female artists.
Yeah, I was just making some notes here about, like, where the fuck is MC Light?
MC Light is number 6.
Was she number 6? I don't know.
Yeah, she was number 6.
Okay, maybe I missed it when you said her.
No, but Rod Digger should be up there.
Rod Digger should be up there. Jean Grey should be up there. Where's Babs? Babs Bunny, she's dope as fuck. She don't get enough credit. She's definitely underrated. She may not be high on the list, but she should be in that category.
So it's just, but it's like, what do they go through? They just throw this list out.
Yeah, just throwing out any fucking list, man.
Trash.
Speaking of lists, did you see that there was a recent thing about the white rap Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, we actually discussed that yesterday at the job.
Man, that was funny. You know what? MGK responded to it because he wasn't on it, and he felt like he should be on it.
Fuck no.
Shut the fuck up, MGK.
Fuck no. I mean, don't get me wrong. I rock the rap double joint.
Mm-hmm.
You're nice with it. But no.
It's not happening.
No. I mean, and the people they had on there, Eminem's a given.
Eminem's a given.
Love him or hate him, he's a given.
I think Macklemore was on there, which was
Macklemore.
Yeah, I can't remember, but I was like, yo, no, thank you.
I can see Mac Miller.
Mac Miller.
Oh no, they had Paul Wall on there.
Paul Wall,
which I can see that. Paul Wall's nice.
Yeah,
I like Paul Wall.
There was no MC Search. I mean,
thank you.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Fucking
Nice.
Search, Everlast.
Yep, Everlast. None of them made that Rushmore. I was like, yo.
Well, I mean, I know the Beastie Boys are kind of different.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't the top lyricists, but they definitely made big impact on hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, they brought their own style to it, and I love that. You know what I mean? It had kind of a punk rock hip hop. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I just thought that was kind of weird. You know, that MGK made a big stink about it. Yo, why am I not on there? How dare you?
Motherfucker, you switch genre.
Exactly.
You doing punk rock now.
Exactly.
Shut the fuck up.
Even when you were doing only rapping, you were never that great. Nobody knows.
I mean, he was nice. Don't get me wrong, he was nice. The Rap Devil joint, man, shit.
But that's the only thing I know.
I'll jump back in the whip.
I don't know shit else he
Yeah, jump back in the whip and listen to that now. But
yeah,
outside of that, nah.
Right. But anyway, man, y'all let us know what y'all think about that. The top female list and the white Mount Rushmore list. Who y'all think should be
Milkbone.
Milkbone, yep, definitely.
Nah, Milkbone was nice though.
Yeah,
keep it real.
Yeah. I think he
that beat alone, shit, man. You know how many motherfuckers use that beat?
Exactly. So yeah, man. But it's a lot of white rappers out there, man. I think they just made some poor choices with that Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Was there anything else we need to talk about?
Let me see. I think we kind of got everything.
Okay, yeah, I think we got it.
But yeah, man. So what? Real quick though. With everything going on, man. We got the tariffs. We talked about superstars and hip hop, lack thereof. Where do we go from here? What is like 2025 getting ready to be, build, and look like? How is this going to set us up for maybe the 5 or 10 years?
Yeah.
I mean, we'll make this quick because we kind of going over a little bit. So.
Yeah, I'll just say this. I do think that things will get better at some point, but I do think that we're still in a downward spiral at the moment. So I don't have high hopes for 2025. Maybe by 2026, things will start going back up. But I think for this year, I think it's steadily still kind of going downhill for the culture, music, and everything.
Yeah.
But that's just my personal opinion. You know what I mean? Of course, y'all let us know. What do you think?
Yeah, pretty much. This has been a whole dumpster fire. And we ain't really done. Yeah, we really like a quarter of the year in. We just completed the first quarter. Yeah, man, it's just a lot going on. A lot of uncertainty. A lot of people in fear. A lot of people just out here losing it. I mean, but hey, we will survive though. I think we will be all right as far as black people. I think we'd be all right, but everybody else is this is rough, man. This is rough.
That's facts, man. But yeah, that's how I look at it. That's my trajectory. I do think it's still gonna stay a little downhill, or downward spiral, I should say. And then I think maybe by 2026 we might see some upward momentum and feel better about things, but I think we gotta give it a little more time.
Yeah.
But yep, so that is pretty much it for us. That was episode 27. This has been Layers of the Culture. We really appreciate y'all checking us out. We're all over social media, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. We got to update our Facebook page, but we're on there.
Yep.
We are on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. What's the other one? Spotify. So yeah, anything you can think about, wherever you can hear podcasts, we're there.
We're there.
So for episode 27, this is your man Kurt, and this is
Howie.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Peace.